went diving with her this past weekend. Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot to say. I just noticed that the meeting was on Facebook and I figured I would pop in and see what y'all are up to. Because I love staying in the water. So any chance I can get a new dive buddy, I'm down. That's about it.
Welcome, Mona.
Welcome. Anyone else? Because I can no longer see who's here.
Welcome, Mona. Congratulations on Dive Master.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you.
Congratulations on Now We Dive Master. You got me a lot of hits. That's good.
Yeah, I figure since I've been doing the job for a year, I might as well have the title.
All right, let's get this party started. I'm gonna have to ignore my I got a really slow tablet, and I apologize. And bam. All right. So Mona, if you can you see the slides, Mona, or are you driving?
Yes, I can.
Okay, all right. So basically, this is who we are. Part of our mission statement, what we do. Of course, primarily centered on diving. But of course, obviously, like the unicorns, we have a mission. We have a social mission. We'd like to introduce the world of water sports to the masses, introduce them to swimming and, of course, scuba diving. And, of course, just general social activities, some of which we'll touch here in the subsequent slides. All right. Conrad is not. I didn't see Conrad on. Is Conrad on?
I'm here. Hello, everyone.
This is your slide, brother.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Greetings. I'm the club treasurer. So if you haven't paid your dues are way past due. We're gonna send BT after you to get the money. So you know that we are within 90 days of the club Christmas party, and the total we have right now in the club piggy bank is $818.13. So if we want to have a Christmas party, we're going to need those who have not paid their dues to go ahead and pay their dues. If you want to send me a message privately to say, hey, I did pay my dues, I'll look through our PayPal account as well as the other account to see if you paid. Courtland, you want me to read off the list, or you want people to be?
No, don't read off the list.
Oh, you don't want me to point them out? Okay.
I just want the neck to get hot, like in church.
Okay. Well, if you haven't paid your dues, please pay your dues. If you're still in the dating phase of getting to know us and us getting to know you, you can go ahead and pay those dues. They're $50, and that will go towards. I forgot what else is go towards. I got a lot going on in my brain, but yes, please pay your dues.
And at this point, prospects, if you pay dues now, it'll count for 2024.
Yes.
Come after you. Hey, you didn't pay your dues for this year. So it'll go ahead and rotate into that space.
And if it's okay, I'd like to chime in on that. So guys, another thing too to keep in mind is that it takes a little bit of cash, obviously, to do the things for the club in regards to parties, Christmas events, things like that. A lot of times these restaurants or places that we decide to hold will ask for a deposit. And so we've got to try to keep the club as fiduciary, as responsible as possible in terms of collecting those dues. It just helps us to move the club on a little further and to make sure that we have the upfront monies. And 2024 is right around the corner. It'll be that time again where we'll all be getting ready to get back in the water. And so if SSQ is looking to do any of the upcoming dive trips, whether that's to the Keys or to the quarries, a lot of times we'd like to have food at those events, and make sure that we have supplies that are needed. So those your dues really do come in handy if you pay that, because it goes right into the bottom line of making the club be prosperous. So I would implore you on the backs of the president, Cortland, and on behalf of the club to please be diligent to do that. We like to try to get that from you, obviously, early in the year, but to your point, we're towards the end at the end of the year now. So if you pay, that's good. It will count towards the 2024 year. But please, please, if you can, if you know people that may not be on the call, if you could reach out and let them know that that is greatly appreciated.
Excuse me, I was just wondering, what is the dues for family? I mean, I guess we're still in the prospect phase, but if I can go ahead and pay, I will go ahead and pay for 2024.
You want me to answer that, Court?
Yes.
Okay, so the dues are for like our previous president Kim said, the parties, and that's just to cover of us getting together at events, stuff like that. And you, like you said, the dues that if you pay them now in the prospect phase, they would fall forward into 2024. So you will be good for 2024 as well.
Conrad, she wants to know how
the
much
amount.
Oh, the
Yeah.
amount. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the amount. Because we're a family of 5, so I just need to know to budget wise.
Kim, what are the family dues?
I don't think we ever changed the structure unless they did that this past year. Court, I'm gonna lean on you a little bit on it, but the dues it's $50 per person, and I can see where that might be an issue for 5. So are the kids, how old are they in your family?
Oh, 20. One just turned 20, one's about to be 19, and then I have my 13, 14-year-old. So, and then me and my husband. So, I mean, $50 per person. I mean, I feel that that's reasonable. I just wasn't sure. I know some different organizations do things different as far as a family rate. So it's not a problem. I was just trying to figure out what I needed to pay for them. So that's fine.
Absolutely. And you are correct, because NABS actually does that. They have a different membership structure. So you are correct to ask, and that's an excellent question. I think we had not moved the needle in regards to a family pack yet. And I think a lot of it had to do with bylaws and how old the kids are. So let's move that to a one-off, because we want to make it affordable and it's, you know, as easy as possible for you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we in the bylaws is leaning towards the littles. They're not paying, but they 18 and up and they diving with us, they pay. So based off your formula you just gave us, only got 3 people that need to pay. Well, 5. So you got 20.
4.
So
The 13, you got a 13 and 14-year-old, they wouldn't pay.
Well, he's about to be 14. So a 13, an 18, and a 20.
Okay.
So,
And we didn't have a family structure in our bylaws. Like, as a matter of fact, just to put it out there, NABS is getting rid of their lifetime membership, and they got rid of the family plan. They didn't change it, decided to get rid of it because both of them were supposed to be fundraisers. Like, you do it for a while to increase membership because it's a good deal, kind of like a good sale, and then they let it go. But now they said they finally gonna go ahead and let it go.
Hey, I just want to interject. We do have the Craigs on here. I think they might be familiar with the family plan because they were probably the first family that signed up. If they remember?
No.
So as far as, thank you, Rob, but as far as SSQ, yeah, it was just $50 per person, everybody in our family paid. And to Cortland's point, all divers, so they all paid. But I think it's a great point, and maybe we can take note of that and circle back with that family.
So like P said, they can afford it.
Next slide.
All right, so we'll take that as a due out for discussion, and we'll take that before the board, and we'll come back to you, Miss Ellis. And shout out to you, Miss Ellis. Thanks for joining.
thank you for having me.
All right, come on, slide. Come on. All right, so not sure what's going on here. I'm having some issues. I apologize. Hold on. All right, so this slide has a lot of information. It's busy, but I'm gonna hand it off to Court to talk it out a little bit. So basically, just to get it started, we are in running for the Dive Club of the Year. Now, if you're unfamiliar with, excuse me, the NABS Dive Club of the Year, of course, that is at the national level. If you're not familiar with that, of course, it's just as says, you're recognized as Club of the Year. However, you can win that only every 3 years. So we won it just before COVID in 2019. And so now, of course, this is our first year of eligibility, and we are definitely, in my opinion, front runners to win it. But as you can see here to your left, these are all of the actions that we have to articulate in running for it. And on that note, I'm gonna pass that off to our president. Go ahead, sir, Mr. President, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Terry. So who you have in the photo is UAS, Underwater Adventure Seekers, who are last year's recipient of Club of the Year. The thing is, the year before, the unicorns got it. So neither one of them are eligible to compete against us. Because I'm looking like all the other clubs, I'm like, yeah, like I know we got a good chance of doing this. So one of the things I got excited about was the work that everybody in this club put in. And we're going to mention a couple of things, but I'm gonna do a bit of the boring stuff, and then I'm gonna let BT take y'all through the rest of it. BT, can I have?
Are you done eating?
I need an opportunity. I need to be able to share.
Finish eating and get.
Here.
All right, I got a little delay, but hold on, let's go on to the next slide.
No, don't go to the next slide.
don't go
I
to
need
the-
you to give me the opportunity to share,
Okay.
or the ability, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, you should be able to now.
All right. See what we got going on here. A lot of windows open. I'm still in class.
Rob, your background is awesome.
Thank you. That was from the summit last year.
Give me a second. All right, can y'all see what's in my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We can see it.
So this is the application. Trying to give y'all a little bit more. For us to be eligible, what we need to do. So this was the beginning.
Have you turned it in yet, Cortland?
Yes, I have, but we can update it. So here is, because it was due, like it was past the deadline, and nobody knew what the deadline was because we just didn't get it out there. But when I asked about it, it was like, okay, the deadline has been extended to the 20th. So I'm sure we can turn in updates all the way until the 20th, but I did want to get a working copy in early. So these are some of the things that we're being asked for. So there are six categories that we have to check out. One, demonstrating commitment to divers. And as y'all can see, they offer some points, and they also offer some percentages that they're looking for us to hit. So remember earlier in the year, we're saying, hey, I know y'all in SSQ, but we really need y'all to be in NABS as well, especially if you diving with us and everything. But this is one of the things that they count. Demonstrates commitments to activities for youth. demonstrates a commitment to NABs, demonstrates the commitment to helping other NABs clubs. So that's why we're real big on not necessarily competing with other clubs, but anytime that we can collaborate, we try to pull that off. Demonstrates commitment to community or environmental service, and demonstrates innovation in providing education and service to club members. Now, I reached out to a couple of folks that I knew tapped into programs and events that we had, and pulled some information together, including myself. And BT and I stayed up and started working on this. And I got to tell y'all, I was like just so blown away. I just wanted y'all to see the work that y'all have done as a club this year. It's been incredible. Look at our numbers. All right, got 28 paid club members, and on our prospect sheet, BT, correct me if I'm wrong, but we got 49 to 50 people that are waiting to be, not in addition to, but 49 to 50 people total. But we got far past 28 people that are ready to join this club.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Holy
if you
cow.
count it,
And let me tell you, I'm glad Willie James said something, because he's been like our top recruiter. He's been over to SSQ. So here goes some of our numbers. As y'all can notice, we're actually top heavy on the higher certification side. We got 9 open water, but we got more than 9 open water. We got 6 advanced, 6 rescue divers, 1 master scuba diver, 1 dive master, 4 instructors, and 1 course director trainer. No other club in NABS can say that. We're the only club with a course director trainer, period. They asked us for percentages. I just want to go ahead and point it out. 37% of our local club members belong to NABS based off of these numbers. 25% of our club members are dive leaders. They were only asking for 10%. We doubled that already to get the full points in that section. 46% of the club local members are at rescue diver or higher. And that's one of the things that we were pushing for people to keep pushing to at least be rescue divers. That's our goal. But we took it even further. We went into the swimming realm. We got 2 swim instructors, 1 swim instructor trainer, and 1 CPR instructor trainer. So we got the ability still to make people into swim instructors, and we have the ability to turn people into CPR instructors. Actually, we have 2 of them. I messed that up. And no, just 1. This year's certification included 2 open water advanced, 4 rescue diver, 1 master scuba diver, 1 citizen scientist, which is new, and CPR, first aid, oxygen, administrator, instructor. Instructor. So that's not just a regular cert. That is somebody became an instructor this year in the club. So we ran our annual, so we just got to talk about the stuff that we did in terms that falls under number 1. We ran our annual club skills checkout, which had swimmer requirements, stroke development, basic scuba skills, and rescue review. We hosted 2 Discover Scubas this year for the young people. 2 of our SSQ members are on the NAUI Diversity Committee, where we offer scholarships to become scuba instructors. I know the formatting on this is jacked up, but that's not my fault. That's the way they sent it to me. All right, so when they started talking about how we supporting NABS.
Hey, Cortland, Celeste has her hand up for a question.
I'm sorry, Celeste, what's up? I did not see that.
Hi, good evening.
Hey.
A question,
Hi.
well, really a comment. As it pertains to NABS, if SSQ has not already done so, if you are also a member of NABS, if you will go into Member Planet and make sure it says Southern Sequestrians on your club affiliation portion, because we want to make sure those numbers are as accurate as possible for NABS in general, but definitely for SSQ. So if you guys can just double check and make sure that is accurate, that would help us out. Please and thank you. That's all.
And hey, Cortland, if I can jump in, the Then you have 3 professional educators, chaperones for
I'm
the
getting
youth
there.
summit and 2 dive instructors.
Let me see. I
That
have a
Kelly
chair,
Celeste I. Mm-hmm.
but I named one youth summit chair. That's you
Oh, where you see that?
at the top.
Oh, duh.
Mhm.
It's been a long day. Okay.
Okay. So
Got it.
one youth summit chair, and I named it like that because in the next section they asked, how have we been leaders in NABS? So I had to make sure that we're naming, somebody as the chair from our club. So who supported the youth summit altogether? Mostly people from SSQ. So one youth summit chair. NABS Youth Summit was led by the members, including 2 dive instructors, 2 professional educators / chaperones. Both of the children came from our community in Atlanta, which resulted in youth being certified. SSQ Youth hosted 2 youth programs at the Georgia Aquarium. So if y'all remember earlier in the year, we had pretty much a cadence where we were combining our club's Science and Education Committee with JASIS and with the NAB Science and Education Committee, and we ended up at the Georgia Aquarium at the tail end of a longer program. We have 2 folks that had joined, at least 2, diving with a purpose, and 1 diving with a purpose instructor. That just became 1 this year. We partnered with the Black Girls Dive Foundation to instruct young ladies between the ages of 13 and 17 in STEM programs. And this was at the Georgia Aquarium, so that was part of another program. I actually have, this is the older document. This is not the one that I turned in, because where it says name the schools here, Miss B actually sent me an entire form with the 8 schools that she helped to organize, facilitate, and visit. And I don't feel like looking for that right now. Miss B, can you rip off and tell us what the schools were?
Ooh, McNair High School, Flat Shoals Elementary. No, I can't remember.
It's okay.
I
I'll
don't know.
circle back to them in a second. But just know there were 8 schools and a food drive. She was working so hard. And the reason why I was saying she was working so hard, because every time we name a school, just imagine somebody begging somebody else to come join her at that school. And she did it over and over again. So we really appreciate
Bonnie, thank you. That's so freaking awesome. That is awesome, Miss Bonnie.
this
It was
happened
my pleasure.
from January to March. She was banging it out. And I said, damn, Miss Bonnie, you put in a lot of work. You know what she said? She said, I'm trying to get Club of the Year. I said, that's what I'm talking about.
That's right. Jackie was with me at most of the schools too. So give her a hand. She
Absolutely.
was right there.
And
Go
Jackie,
Jackie.
you know what, Jackie, she really looked cool in her SSQ rash guard. Oh,
Yeah.
People, I was like, man, we got to get some swag.
Yes.
Jackie looked good in that thing.
Yeah, she did.
All right. And then it asks us, what is our commitment to NABS? I just had to put out the list. Like, this, nobody else to put out a list like this other than us. The short of it is, on the executive board, like the people that are in leadership positions in NABS, we got NABS president, NABS safety officer, correspondence secretary, recording secretary. All right. There's only 2 more positions open. All right. So we are definitely supporting NABS. We start talking about committee chairs. These are the chairs of these chairs right here are all SSQ people. Summit committee, nominations committee, social media committee, membership committee, youth committee, aquacore committee. And I politely put there's an SSQ member on 9 of the sitting clubs of NABS. We got 75%, like we were on the chair of 75% of the committees that we have here. We partnered with AUE, Underwater Explorers, and Unicorns of Diving, or at least 4 certification trips. y'all know I've been bouncing around everywhere. And a lot of times I'm doing work and stuff with, not just for myself, but for the club to make sure we get visibility. So some of the certifications that we've been doing have been in partnership with AUE and the Unicorns of Diving. So we've been to Blue Grotto and Jenny Springs, and I cannot believe, because we didn't do any partnerships at Pelham that I can think about. But, you know, we dove there a lot. SSQ members also supported Diving with a Purpose. Myself, Derek, Jennifer, Anthony, all of us were involved in some sort of DWP program at some point. DWP Underwater Archaeology. We also named that, you know, I just became an instructor this year. DWP Cares, we had 4 SSQ members support in DWP Cares, which is Coral Restoration Project. SSQ members also supported taught Discover Scuba along with Unicorns of Diving at the president's meeting. So again, this is us putting in work, and it was a Nowie shop, and it was pretty cool.
Hey, Cortland, I don't know if you can see it in the chat because you're talking about the partnering with AUE while they're here in Atlanta. We also partnered with AUE for GVO Day. I don't know if that's still affiliated with NABS.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, yes.
Because I was one of the I got snorkel certification approval from the Forest Service. So I served in that capacity as well. So if you haven't put that on there, this is like my 5th year doing that. You might want to put that on there, just so you know.
Put it on there. I'll put it on the updated list for sure. And here's, you know, because they have specific sections for the work. Well, when they ask for community commitment to community environmental service, this is where Miss B's narrative showed up at. Y'all can see it. So the first one that I wrote in there was, you know, working with Science and Education Committee and commitment to other partners that do work in that area in terms of the environment. But here are the 9 schools that Mrs. B visited and put together. Y'all can read that for yourselves. I know I've been talking a lot. It's just I'm excited. I want y'all to be excited about all this work that y'all did. All of this happened this year.
Mm-hmm. I have a question too. 2 of us we taught swimming this summer. Does that count? I didn't put that on. I'm sorry.
Well, it definitely does. And I put 2 instructors, but now maybe 3 instructors on the earlier list in terms of what professionals that we have teaching. But are you saying that you taught like a specific group that you want to make sure that we mention?
I'm not sure. Let me ask you about it later.
Okay.
But it was through the swim school.
Mm-hmm.
We taught at the swim school. 2 of us did.
Okay.
Yeah, but I thought you also taught swimming to some of the senior members at the church.
Oh yeah, I do that.
That's outreach.
But, okay.
Yeah. So we got
that's just that's volunteer. I just do that because I can.
Oh, that's even better.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Oh. Well, I didn't put that on there, so.
Don't worry. When we do the updated list, it'll be on there.
Okay.
Thank you, Mrs. B.
Thank you for mentioning that.
Innovation. I was just putting stuff on here, and I'm like, you want to get innovative? We do more than just diving to pro camaraderie. Our sister P put together this great whitewater rafting trip. Not only did she put it together, but to go ahead and pump our numbers up, she just started asking people in church, and we filled up 2.5 boats. Had a great time. She also we also had an outing on the gun range. I think Brother Rob was with us on that one. And we want to do it again. So we're trying to look for time and space for us to pull off something at the gun range. And then the other gathering that our sister P put together. P, let's give her a hand, please. Because that thing that we did at the Battery, I just want to go ahead and point it out. We ended up with more, let me back up a little bit. For the whitewater rafting trip, we had more than 20 people. for the gathering that we did, that P did put together at the Battery. We had around 20 people. And I remember one of our members showed up and looked around and said, you know what, I don't know these people, because we had so many new people showing up. All right. So that was a good thing. That was the thing that we're actually working towards, to get more people involved. And there were people that I even saw myself for the first time, and they were wondering, how do we sign up for this? We want to be down. So we're going to do our best to continue to follow up and bring some more folks in.
What about our gatherings at Pelham? They were just some people that we just met.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. I was trying to figure out a way to document that in terms of one of the categories here, but I know that we always try to extend an invitation every time we try to bring people in. And so one of the things that, so another thing, we talk about innovation, so doing things that are outside of the norm. I mentioned this before, but I thought it was worth mentioning again, that we got folks on the Nowy Diversity Committee. We have a course director trainer because nobody else is doing that. We also have CPR instructor trainers. So again, we can train other people to do that work. And within our club, 2 of our members in the last 3 years received Diver of the Year. So we've been putting in work. I'm gonna stop sharing now, because you all deserve the praise and celebration. If you could, just give yourselves a hand. Hey. BT, can you go ahead and continue on? Thank you all. I really appreciate you.
Absolutely. Let me get the sharing. Stand by, please. Come on now. Do me right. All right, so this next slide is just a few pictures of some of the activities that we did during the year that we just talked about. If I can get it to go to the next doggone slide. Come on there, slide. There we go. I'll pause for a moment and let you guys gander at this opulence. That's a good SAT word. And shout out to Kim. Kim had a good SAT word, fiduciary. That's an excellent SAT word.
Y'all see that picture on the right? That was Kim and Celeste. I mean, Celeste and Kelly going after somebody. Talking about SSQ. And they put hands on them. I'm just kidding. We're practicing the day in CPR course. Upper left-hand corner.
Was that at Pelham? With Kelly and Celeste? Was that at Pelham?
Now that is at Blue
Grotto.
That's at Blue Grotto, because we were doing completing the rescue certifications, and we were completing DAN certifications. And to the upper left, that's us supporting DWP in Africa Town. Some of y'all came for the outing that we did a little bit earlier in the year, but those are children from Mobile, Alabama, and the pool was supposed to be in Africa Town, but it was down, and they took us to a pool to the other side of town. But Diving with a Purpose is heavily involved in trying to reinvigorate the community surrounding the 110 folks from the slave ship Clotilda, which was the last slave ship that hit the American shores. So now there's this grant out there that says, let's take those descendants, get them used to the water, get them diving, and see if we can set up a way where they can dive the wreck of their ancestors. All right, BT, next slide.
All right, come on, next slide. Y'all bear with me. I'm sorry. What in the world?
Can we
is
just pass the plate and get an offering going for BT and new
I know,
computer?
right?
Not an offering.
Hey, Corey, you want to pull the slides down from the file share? I don't know what's going on.
Let's see.
I am just frozen in the game right now.
All right, let me give it a shot, okay?
Hey, BT, you better come on by the schoolhouse and let me give you one of them old Dells we got.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Hey, we got a lot of student Dell computers hanging around there.
All right. I gotta sign in, BT, okay?
Okay.
Is he gonna take it?
Let me know if you need me to do anything, Cortland, if you want to send it or share it, or and I can help.
Let's say, that's what I'm saying. If you can get in, that'll be cool too.
Cortland, I shared it to you just now on your
And
email request.
my email request
Your
to
Guardian, you should have access to it off your Guardian now, off the link.
Brother Derek is in the house. That's what I'm talking about. I got to request access.
And I acknowledged it.
All right. All right, it's opening. Got it.
Derek and Kelly, I just want to acknowledge y'all for helping me with the visits to the schools. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was fun.
Absolutely.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Thanks for having us.
All right, it's coming up. All right. Slideshow. Okay, I have it going. Now I'm gonna share, okay? We see?
Yeah.
Yep. On down.
Look at that, boy. What? Oh.
All right, go up on. There we go. All right, so these are some of the topics that we literally just talked about in these next subsequent slides and some photos to accompany them. On this one, we shared actually a couple meetings back, so I didn't put any new photos here from all of the hard work that Ms. Bonnie put in. But special shout out here is you can just take a moment to read there. Here again, we talked about it just a little while ago. Ms. Bonnie put in a lot of work this year, and shout out to you, Ms. Bonnie.
Yes.
All right.
Next slide, please.
Oh, Jesus.
And this is the old slide deck, but we're gonna roll with it because I changed that picture. But anyway, here again, we talked about it earlier. Miss Pietra Craig put in also a lot of work, put on 2 big social events, and a combined total of about 50 people across just 2 of those events alone. So
Nice.
shout out to Miss Craig, who
Nice.
has a lot of her personal time and resources to make that happen.
Matter of fact, we only had 2 face-to-face outings this year, and P organized both of them, and they were a hit. So we want to do some more. We're pretty sure, COVID's still lingering around, but we're taking more risks now. So I'm gonna be leaning on her to, just do her thing, make that magic happen. Because when she touches it, it's like, yeah. So I want that to continue to happen, and I know The more we get people into this club, the more y'all gonna be able to feel that. For my sister P.
Yeah. Next slide. I don't know if this is the one that I updated. Hit the next slide. Yeah, the slide that I updated had all those photos in it, but it's not. We'll skip out.
What? I sent
Yeah,
you what?
yeah, that's
Hell
nothing.
no.
It's in the file share, but it's all good.
What you doing, a Jedi mind trick? No, it's not all good. I want to see the photo. I got them. I'm just playing. I'll pull them up in a second.
All right, brother, and also brother Derek Davis been putting in a lot of work. Just came back from overseas. Got a couple of photos here. Derek, go ahead and talk your trip, please. Did we lose him? Derek, if you're talking, you're on mute.
I'm
Please.
double muted. Let me just say, I will never dive the same way again after going through that course with Diving with a Purpose and the collective approach to restoring our ecosystem cares with Kramer Wimberly. When you go through that course and you go through that curriculum and you learn what you're seeing on the water and you understand it, you get a certain value and respect for it. And I would highly encourage any of you all to seriously consider taking an opportunity to go through that program or a similar program with scuba diving. It is really an eye-opening experience. It'll humble you. It'll make you intrigued. This was just a little bit of the photos. I mean, we were out there. We had a chance to do some things above water and below water. I think the next slide, if you wouldn't mind, BT. The survey program here with CARES has 4 aspects of it. You know, your fish identification and conducting the survey data for fish surveys. From there, you'll graduate into the invertebrate surveys and make sure that you've got certain healthy invertebrates there that are keeping and maintaining and developing those ecosystems there. Then you got your substrates with algae and rock and coral and rubble and other. Then getting into your roving coral things, and you start to appreciate the little details. I mean, just for example, if you all have been diving and you see all those colors and things underwater, and you see all those sea fans and all those beautiful soft corals and things, and then you start to realize that when you start seeing a dominance of sea fans, that's a coral reef that's in transition for the worse. That too many of those is not a good thing, and you want to see more of the hard coral. And of course, the final thing is the roving coral survey. So just 2 pictures over to the right kind of give you an idea of how you to conduct those. But the devil's in the details, and you have glasses on now when you're diving underwater. So I really would encourage any of you all to consider participating in that DWP program next year, or joining some other like-minded programs and getting involved with some citizen diving and science diving out there. Some people have asked on the next slide, BT, what it was like out there. The accommodations out there in Guanaja, Honduras, as an island out there, was fantastic. That was our team there. That team photo, that first quadrant there, the guy in the middle, that is Anwar. He is the whisperer of Guanaja Island. I mean, he took us through the jungle and he started spotting hawks up in the air. He started spotting everything in the trees. He started spotting everything in the river and then in the jungle. And then underwater, he finds everything underwater. I don't know, but we all had a fantastic time out there. And again, I just can't encourage you all enough to consider joining one of those programs and start diving with a different purpose and seeing some things that humble you. That's all I got.
Thank you, brother Derek.
Awesome, Derek.
All right, Court, next slide, please. All right, so we got a congratulations coming up. A newly certified, hit the next slide. A new certification within the ranks. Our brother, Mr. Nicholas Snow, with the awesome beard. Shout out to Nick. I think I seen Nick on. Nick, are you here?
Hey, y'all.
Congratulations.
Yeah, the citizen science diving was
No, hold on. Let me turn my camera on. Yeah, we had a wonderful time diving the citizen for the get my citizen science diving certification. It was an awesome experience. Like I feel like I really got value from it as well. But yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations. That's awesome, Nick.
Thank you.
Nick was a great student.
Good to see ya.
We actually had to apply, or I had to apply as an instructor to be able to teach that course. So it's like not everybody can teach it, but you got to turn in an application before now it allows you to teach it. And Nick was my first certified diver under that designation that they gave me. When I say he was a great student, he was just so hungry for knowledge that anything you put out there, any extra work that needed to be done, he did it. And he jumped all over it. When we actually did the dives themselves, of course, y'all know, which require peak buoyancy. Nick was awesome. I just got to tell you, he was awesome. There was a part, if y'all know Pelham, where that plane is, and where the plane is, where the right wing is going down into the sand, if you just swim over there, it's going to kick up silt. Nick actually had to go over there, hover, and keep the measuring tape in one place without kicking up any silt. And he did it repeatedly over and over again. Really proud of him. Great job. Great job.
That is phenomenal.
Great job. All right. And so one of the things that we're working towards is a lot of the work that he did is like pre-DWP stuff. You know, like once he gets to that detail, you're like, oh man, I did this. Oh yeah, this what y'all doing? Okay, we can go ahead and knock this out. It's just they take it further because they have more surveys to pull off. Where with us, it was more in situ drawings and more measurements that we took of larger objects underwater. Congratulations, Nick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, one more time. Congratulations, Nick. Is Byron on? Did he come
Thank
on?
you. I appreciate it. It's just the beginning.
That's what I'm talking about. Great attitude to have. Did Byron come on? I know he wants. We put out an opportunity for him to share some photos.
Byron was trying to get on like right around 8 o'clock. He did send some photos, but he sent it to my phone and I can't open it on my phone. He just sent them. So we're trying to do our best to work through it. Byron went to the Galapagos and he took some great photos. If we start up a little conversation in a second, I'm gonna see if he can try to send it to my email so that I could open it up here. Because I did want to open up a few other pictures about the rafting and other events too. So if y'all give me a second, I'll go ahead and do that after the presentation when BT's finished with us.
Okay, well, you might as well skip that next slide then.
Well, I do want to go ahead and give him a shout out.
Well, shout out.
Shout out. We'll circle back with his pictures.
Okay. But yeah, Brother Byron, of course, always putting in a lot of work. I know I've not been privy to everything he does, but I see him everywhere. I see him taking pictures for every occasion. If you need someone, a photographer, to come in and do some stuff, he's been actually going internationally and taking pictures of a lot of these events. So that brother definitely has a lot of heart and dedication to what he's doing. So unfortunately, he's not here for us to recognize him, but when you see him again and you see him online, make sure you get a brother a shout and a pat on the back.
Love us some Byron.
Matter of fact, that heart and dedication extends to the commitment he has to the club. He's actually going to be going to NABS, doing some work, putting in, doing videos and stuff like that for the greater chapter. And as my friend, I got to tell y'all, I ran out of gas last week in Smyrna. It was dark. one of them long dark roads that don't have no street lights on it. And it was next to a golf course. So I was really looking like I don't need to be there. And long story short, I got AAA, but I called Byron. Let me tell you, B was there in 10 minutes with gas.
Awesome.
So I'm really trying to make sure that we understand the commitment that this brother has for the club. You just got to ask him, what do we need to do? He'll get it done.
Love it.
I'm sorry. BT?
Next slide. I can't remember what we got next here. I think it's just there was blank slides I put in there for him. Nick, keep going.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So I didn't get any information to fill in this slide, but Willie James is on. I know he had a little information there to put out. Willie James, you still here?
Yeah, Willie James here.
Hey, man. Throw some information out there, brother.
So just to give a little context and not to put you on the spot, when we said upcoming, and we're like, are we diving anymore this year? I said, man, I'm gonna do NABS and I probably could do 2 more certifications. I'm done. And we said, but Willie James probably got something going on. Make him talk. So that's why.
Hey, SSQ family.
Try to make sure he was on. So let's see what he got.
I'm here. Look, I got some fun activities for us to do during the winter. All right. I know y'all don't like cold water, so it's gonna take place in some warm water, an indoor pool. I got all kind of games for us to play, and these games are based on improving your skill and the skills that you have you retain. Okay, so one game is ultimate tic-tac-toe, a buoyancy ladder. I have it for those that are interested in going through caverns and tunnels. I'm gonna have that in the pool as well, where you'll swim through a tunnel. And all this in the pool within 4 to 10 feet of water. But these games here, they have a point system. It's going to be fun. It's a time for us to get together. We see each other and we see where we are with those skills and those challenges for those skills, because this is a lifestyle. This ain't no sport. This ain't no activity we just do, but this is a lifestyle. It's a big changing event. So we want to keep those skills that we gain. So I just thought of some things that I thought would be good for us to get together on a gathering. And I would ask for some input if you would like to do it on a Thursday night or Friday night or Saturday evening. But we'll come together once a month. And I'm proposing to push this come next month on the first Friday of November. Anybody interested?
What do you need, Willie?
Huh?
What do you need?
How are we gonna do it?
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. What did you need?
Literally.
Okay, the first Friday of November.
We'll be at NABS, Willie. I will be. I'll be at NABS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll be at NABS too.
Well, first of all, Willie, I absolutely love the idea, because I know that when I hear tic-tac-toe, I'm hearing that we're really going to have to work on our buoyancy, but the O and X, I think that is going to be fantastic. For us sisters with our hair, the weekend, just throwing it out there, maybe a little better. So going to the next week, we can already have it done. So a Friday, Saturday would be awesome. Just a thought. And I would definitely love to participate in something like that. I think that'll be great.
Well, considering the sisters' lovely locks, I would go for a Friday evening. So give you a time to go Saturday and Sunday, to get a new do.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Friday sounds good to me.
Oh, what'd you say? What'd you say, Celeste?
Who went to the gun range? I don't remember y'all invited me to the gun range. I want to go do that one.
Yeah, I missed out about that one. I would have been first in line. Thanks, Kelly. Yes, Miss Bonnie, we missed out. Not cool. Not cool.
No, not cool at all.
I didn't. No, Friday. That sounds great. I don't think it'll take me too long to do my hair, so I'd be so happy.
Me either.
As somebody who had a head full of locks, I totally get it, and I support the program. for doing it on a Friday or a Saturday.
Okay.
So Willie, would you have more information? Like, is there going to be a cost? I mean, when you put it out, are you putting it on our calendar?
Look,
okay.
this is for this year, there's no cost, okay? The only thing my objective here to extend to our family is a point for us to get together, see one another. And the thing is, like I said, this is a lifestyle. So when we are out there diving, you've worked on and honed your skills for different conditions and, and bodies of water that you may find yourself in within your diving ventures, okay? But you're gonna keep those skills there. You're gonna hone them in. I got different challenges for within it. Like I said, the super tic-tac-toe or the ultimate tic-tac-toe, there is a tic-tac-toe grid down in 10 feet of water. And it is a 6x6. But then within each square, there's another tic-tac-toe board. And you have to stay at 8 feet to make a move and a play. And you have to stay within inside of 6 feet of that square. So what is that working on? Peak buoyancy, right? And your hovering skill. Excellent. So, and then working your finning techniques, you don't need to do a scissor kick. You might do a frog kick or a backwards or a fin kick. And if you don't know it, you're going to learn it. And then that's the different skill levels. Check this out. For those of you that are new to it, you get to use air and weights in your BCD. For those of you that are intermediate, you just get no weights and you get to use air. And then for those advanced divers, professionals, advanced divers in the up, you can't use no weights and no air. It's all about you using your breath control, which is the pyramid of buoyancy, right? And then we have it. So that's 3 different skill sets that you can work up to. And we're always going to be pushing and supporting each other to be better at this. Because like I said, when they see us out there, all they see is excellence and professionalism. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Willie.
Woo woo. I love it. Just let us know when that first class is going to be.
That's
okay.
Right.
Will do.
But not the first week in November because we'll be gone to NABS.
Okay, so I'll fix that. So what about the last weekend of last Friday of October?
I don't know what that date is.
Somebody help me.
The last day in October.
Last Friday of October.
James, everybody not retired, brother.
The 27th. It's the 27th.
27th. Thank you. What you said? Not everybody retired yet?
Yeah, not everybody retired.
Okay.
We have a meeting on. I have a meeting on that Friday.
I'm off that day.
Oh shoot, we
So
sure
I'm
do.
good.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, we can do our meeting.
BT, are you still the host?
So Willie,
Yeah,
just
I can host, but-
hold the 27th.
It's the 27th.
Yeah. If the ladies can't attend in person, you'll have more, right? Because I'm not trying to compete against Celeste and Kelly. I need to at least win a game. So
No.
Wait
Celeste,
a minute now.
Look,
Wait a minute.
The only person that'll be in your group is Celeste. Kelly won't even be in your group.
Damn. Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Kelly gonna be out there with the advanced divers.
Wait a second now.
Celeste and Kelly's group.
Okay, we got our team. Celeste,
Right
Pam,
on.
Pietro. All right, we good.
Just wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
All right, now let's get it, y'all. Let's
Y'all
get
gotta let me get there. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm down like 4 flats. Let's do it.
It's all cool in the game.
Thanks, Willie.
Or you got those pictures you want to share from Byron?
You know what? They did not come through on my side. So I'll just hold off on them until we meet next month. And we have some more time to go ahead and drop them in. And also, even if you want to see some of the pictures, this was a good opportunity. If you want to see some of the pictures we were talking about in terms of the rafting and the battery, they have been posted in social media. So, and I'm really encouraging us to go ahead and use our social media platform because it helps us create visibility and lets each other know what we got going on in the club anyway. So all of those pictures are posted. You can check them out there. And when we meet next month, we'll make sure I have Byron's pictures up, as well as some of the old ones, because it'll be kind of like, what I'm thinking is we'll do Byron's next month, and then when we do our Christmas party, we'll do an end of the year reel that has all of our stuff in it.
Well, next month we'll know whether we will have received our Club of the Year award.
There you
Well,
go.
let me tell you,
Already
Right,
speak
speaking
it,
into
Miss Bonnie.
existence.
we don't win that award this year.
We've
Girl,
already
I
claimed
started
it.
this year with
We don't win it
I
this
wanna.
year. It's gonna be some dirty chitlins.
I'm gonna be a man,
It's
sister.
gonna be bad. It's gonna be stank. I'm telling
Yes, it is.
look,
Big
I'm gonna act out at Summit, and I'm gonna be on somebody's video.
I'm gonna be right there acting with you.
Oh, I am really down.
Look, look at the way they.
I am really down.
Y'all know Robin's down.
Going
Rob, you going to NABS?
a
Yeah,
straight.
I'm going.
Boom.
Okay.
What? No way. No way.
Shoot.
Hey,
I started this year saying I'm working on Club of the Year.
Yeah, that's the
And
first.
I
Hey,
did
I
not.
got a sidebar announcement to make, family, if y'all let me, please. Hey, so I'm like, I really feel, I'm gonna say it anyway. At Dobbs Supply Marietta, there is an inventory. So the end of the year inventory is happening for that shop. And everything up there is between 15 to 50% off. There's more things up there that are above 30% marked off. So that's things you need to get for the upcoming season, for y'all to take a hiatus when it comes to it. And you say things that you need to get for gear wise. You say, hey, you know what? I really need that a part as my tool. It's there and it's marked down big time. So I'm just giving some insight there.
Is it now?
It's going on right now, and the sale will end this Saturday.
Okay. Thanks for that.
Mhm.
But
Is it online too?
No, just in the store.
it's ending Saturday night, right? So we can come up there Saturday and be good.
As long as you get there before 7 p.m.
Okay, cool.
So if somebody gets in person, call BT. BT, make FaceTime BT because he's not in Georgia. He just pointed he need a watch.
A watch?
Willie James, what day you gonna be there?
Huh?
What day you gonna be there, Willie James?
I wasn't planning on it. I was gonna be scuba diving.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I'm gonna be scuba diving. What is that? Scuba diving.
Okay.
Hey, Willie James, really, he's right. There's some good
Hey, y'all,
items up there. He put me down with that dive watch for $75. That thing is good.
I know you got a dive computer for $75. That thing go